Yo, yo, yo. Oh. All right. Morning, everybody. Hope everybody's having a good morning so far. Whoo! All right, we got some updates. We're going to run through everything. This could potentially be my last live stream. Update for the day. After that, I don't know. I'm expecting my internet to be out. I'm expecting to be off the island. I'll probably do another live update from my buddy's house later. I got a friend's house who has a bomb shelter under his house without big oak trees surrounding it in a D-level zone versus the A-level zone that I live in. So that's where I plan on going today. I've had a plan for days. I think it's pretty important that I keep you guys informed for as long as possible. Oh, yeah, you guys like the video, to show support. Spam the like button. Let's get this stream spreading around. Getting this information to people is very important. Everybody have their coffee? I wish I had coffee, dude. Oh, all right. Let's get into it. Anybody know when the next NHC update is supposed to be? All right, this is 8 a.m. 155 mile an hour hurricane. Category 4. We've downgraded from a Category 5. It seems like we're either going through a reconstruction of the eye wall, or the eye wall is dissipated and it's just going to continue weakening. We're hoping that we don't see an eye wall rebuild and that we don't see any more extra strengthening before reaching the beaches of the Gulf Coast of Florida. I'm going to try to stay live as long as I can today, get you guys live updates. Local radar is starting to give us some bands. It's getting close enough now to where we can start using local radars. Klystron 9, Bay News 9, super solid local radar out of the Tampa Bay area. This is going to be really good for tracking these serious bands that we have rolling through. So we have these first few big bands are starting to push through. Still relatively calm outside of my house as of right now. It's fighting a shear. Wouldn't be surprised if it goes back to a 5. If it's fighting a shear, it should weaken because there is a lot of dry air coming into it right now. Right here, dry air. You see that? Sucking in some dry air. If we go to the zoom.earth, we can really see the dry air starting to penetrate this thing. Right here. See, scary, 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 scary. Start losing the eye wall a little bit. Dry air. This is good. We hope this dry air gets sucked in and helps this thing to kind of spin out a little bit. But as you guys can see, the track is still pretty confidently south, showing a major Category 4 hurricane making landfall just after midnight tonight. So with these southern track shifts, I cannot emphasize enough how important it is that you evacuate if you're anywhere between Anna Maria and Cape Coral. It is looking like south of Tampa Bay is going to get the worst of the surge. Whether Tampa Bay is going to be spared or not is going to be a big question. The Euro is showing landfall in the Tampa Bay area. This is still showing to be a 100-year storm for Tampa Bay. The GFS is also showing a direct hit of Tampa Bay. Not north of Tampa Bay, but certainly a direct hit. I should go live on Instagram really quick. Look, man, if you didn't get out yet, there's still time. You can still go jump in your car right now and get away from the beach. I'm going to pull up the Know Your Zone maps right away. This is a good way to start the stream. I'm a little tired. I'm going to get into it. I could not sleep last night. I ended up staying up till like 2 or 3. I just could not fall asleep. I just couldn't stop looking at the storm. And the updates: mandatory evacuation orders for all A, B, and C zones in Pinellas County where I live. I'm sure if you have a cell phone, it has been yelling at you all morning. Red, orange, and yellow zones. Mandatory evacuation. I am moving to a D zone. If you're in the path of this storm, I can't emphasize enough how important it is that you get out of the way. A lot of people are asking about how they can support relief efforts. Probably the best way to do that would be to go to JoogSquad.com. JoogSquad.com doesn't take a huge percentage like every other website, like GoFundMe, like YouTube Super Chat even. I heard they take 30 to 50%. I had no idea. I'm going to start pushing people to support hurricane relief here instead. $10, $20, $50, $100. This is going to go directly to the neighborhood that is the heaviest impacted by the storm. I've put aside a lot of money for my neighbors who have completely lost everything. People who bought their houses 30 years ago that have just barely been holding on to the beach. Alright. I have this one pulled up on the side, but we can pull it up really quick anyways. I'll have a double view. This is Naples. They're showing swell starting to hit the Naples area. Waves, little waves starting to hit. No storm surge down south as of yet. I'm kind of interested to see what the buoys do here. I have a feeling we're going to see buoy readings that we've never seen before by the end of today. That is my prediction. Is this the one? 21 feet at 10 seconds as of right now. As of right now. Make a 501c3 charity. I'm working on it, guys. It's been one of the longest weeks of my life. It's only a Cat 4. Been through many Cat 4s. That is not true at all. Would you like to know why? Because all the other Cat 4s did not kick up as big of swell as this storm is currently kicking up in 10,000 plus feet of deep warm water. How do you determine that Andrew is worse when this one hasn't hit yet? Yeah, that's a good question. This seems like it's going to be much worse than Andrew. High surf in the Gulf. Yeah, 21 feet at 10 seconds, and we aren't even done yet. Okay? I think I'm hearing police sirens outside. Cat 4, should I evacuate Fort Myers? Absolutely. Fort Myers is right here. Where's Fort Myers?
Emergency.
What up, dude?
State of emergency.
We're going to look at the surge maps again really quick. I'm going to go back to the National Hurricane Center. We haven't really checked this out yet. Their cone is showing just scraping past Tampa Bay. We are not out of trouble yet because we are still inside the cone of uncertainty, and these things can swing. However, historically, storms have gone further south than predicted in the past. With this storm coming from the direction that it's coming from, we really can't assume that we know anything. Peak storm surge maps have gone down since yesterday, 8 to 12 feet. That's not 10 to 15 anymore. The 10 to 15 storm surge has moved south of the Tampa Bay area, but Tampa Bay is still predicting 8 to 12 feet. Now, if the storm does continue on its track south, I want to check the aircraft recon really quick, see if they're doing anything. They're heading into it right now. Looks like they are starting to pick up some winds. Nothing too serious yet. We're going to look into that a little bit later into the stream. There's not much to learn for that right now. I'm going to go back up to current storm forecast models. We're going to pull up all the spaghetti models.
Where's the eye?
The eye closed up,
Yeah,
which is good. Which is good. That's what we want. That means it can weaken a little bit. Hopefully it doesn't reconstruct an eye wall and strengthen once again. It's in a very favorable position in the Gulf. But good news is, look at that. If you're in the Tampa Bay area, Pinellas County, Orlando.
Ooh, further south.
Further south. Further south. That could spell reverse storm surge for places that prior had 10 feet of storm surge predictions. So that would be huge. All the models except for this one that's drunk is showing this thing decreasing in strength. Okay, 2. Besides 2. Showing this thing dropping out. Showing that this thing is not going to re-intensify. The problem is we had these models all day, and then just all of a sudden, this part of the chart just goes up here.
Seems like we start the mornings like this and we end differently.
Check the traffic cams. What are the things a monster? What does the traffic cams have to do with this thing being a monster? I'm in Miami-Dade. Do I leave? I would say no. Miami-Dade does not have warnings. Surge warnings. 3 to 5. Surge has risen on the East Coast just a little bit. That's not going to be anything too crazy. What's it looking like outside right now? Wet. Wet and pretty calm.
Calm.
Oddly
10 to 15.
calm.
10 to 15.
Oh, shred till you're dead. Go surfing? No thanks. That's not really what I'm worried about today. Surge maps are very serious. Anna Maria down to Boca Grande. 10 to 15 feet of storm surge. If this thing continues on its track more south than we expected in the previous days.
This is concerning.
This is weird.
Yeah.
What is this?
Yeah, sometimes these things close their eye wall, and then they make a new one, and it can
Which
be
is
in a
bigger.
different position.
Yeah.
It can be 50 miles away from the old eye wall.
Yeah, we watched an eye wall completely jump out of
Yes.
the track yesterday. We don't appear to see an eye wall right now. That's good for the moment. It's good for...
What's about to happen?
But it's still showing a major Category 4 150-mile-an-hour storm. Major Category 4 making landfall. This wobble is going to be big. We really need to see where the eye wall resurfaces.
Watch these storm tops heading towards Sanibel. And the last
look at how wide it's getting
so
now.
these are getting really close to Sanibel. See those things?
These ones?
Those are going to explode out to Sanibel. Look at those.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. Close Cape Coral, Bonita
Those
Springs.
are huge too.
Incoming.
Let's look at Clystron 9, the local radar. This is what we're seeing there. These big blow-ups. It's gonna be
tornado activity.
Yeah, tornado activity through these bands. We can expect tornado warnings. ETA tells she hits. That's a National Hurricane Center question. We have to abide by them first. Justin, thank you so much for the 500, whatever that is. I think that equates to $8. Thank you so much. When are you leaving, bro? As soon as this live stream is over.
Yes.
Tornado on 75 on the traffic cams.
Oh.
Somebody drop a traffic cam link. Come on, drop links. What are you guys doing? You can drop links, can't you? Tornado on cam where? Where? Send me some info.
A city?
Where? Collier County? Y'all are crazy. I don't see anything right now. This is 75. Seven 340. What is that? Use Bay News 9 cameras.
Is it 75 or 95?
Sent a link. I don't know if links are allowed. Where is it? Somebody just tell me. Cam 7340. I don't know what that means. People are saying there's a tornado on cam, live cam. I don't see it.
Lots of inclement weather today. The whole state.
'75 and 27 intersection. Dude, I don't know where you guys are finding these cameras at. Did anybody actually see
I just saw someone walk by that.
a tornado? Weather trackers. I keep Googling what people are telling me. Holy shit. Wow.
What the heck's that?
Traffic?
Where?
Why is everything suck?
Where is that? I-80. Oh.
Yes, yes, yes. It's a hoax. Yeah, on other live streams. Fryburgers streams.
Tornado on the ground over here. Yeah, decent velocity signature. Let's go look at the correlation coefficient. Yeah, and a decent correlation coefficient.
Oh my
So we'll
goodness,
keep an eye,
wow.
see if it comes back down to the ground.
Oh my gosh.
And again, this is just north of 75, probably about 20 miles west of Fort Lauderdale, heading towards 27 near the Water Conservation Area 2A.
Okay.
And
You
it
can see how
appears like it is
widespread the
lifting.
storms are today. This is Fort Lauderdale.
Whoa.
Never since I've been covering
they
weather.
got
Are
that.
you kidding
Oh my,
me?
That thing exploded.
Are you actually kidding me?
Wow.
Somebody got mopped.
This is bad, folks.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope the folks see it. I hope they see it coming.
Oh my gosh.
That's not a small one. Scary day.
I hope they see it coming.
You can't.
Traffic and what's this
710.
website? Is this live Earth?
Scarier.
You guys know what this app is that I can go check this out? That's terrifying.
You don't see better. Look, just look at that. Wow, look at that. Man, this is the craziest. Is a storm. Wow.
Oh my
Wow,
gosh.
This one right
That
here.
looks like a
It's moving
Oh
north of
my
75.
goodness.
Wow,
Looks
look
like
at that.
Kansas
Are you
tornado.
kidding me? This traffic camera person is a
huge.
storm chaser. What
Huge.
the heck?
The traffic
Look
camera
at
person's a
that.
storm chaser.
This is the craziest traffic cam footage I have
Sun
ever
guide?
seen.
That's huge.
Are you kidding me?
Unbelievable.
That
Yeah.
looks pretty strong, folks.
Really strong.
That looks pretty strong. Oh yeah. Yep, we got a that's a pretty strong tornado right there. Look
That's
at that.
massive.
Again, that's this one. It is trying to track towards a little bit more populated areas, but it's
heavens
going
open
towards
up.
the water conservation area right now. It just passed over 75 and is now going to 27. This is crazy.
This is really
Hopefully
fun.
this one doesn't wedge out
No,
like
this
the
is
other
real
one,
time.
but this one really seems to be getting its act together. We've got a
FL511
kind of a
website for
cone
cameras.
tornado on the ground right. Interstate 20
Unbelievable.
is okay.
That thing is
It's
massive.
apart. It's coming
All
right
right.
at you. Underneath
Starting
it.
to
Person
dissipate.
has
Wow, that was unbelievable.
It's not appear to be.
Woo.
It might be an old warning. For some reason,
That
Radar
was
Omega, if that other one's
unbelievable.
PDS, Radar
All right, here
Omega
we go.
has not updated for me on that. Yeah, this is the only one where we have a view of the tornado itself, and it appears to be roping out. Let me just double check to see if that's...
Wow, that was unbelievable. Oh, this isn't it.
I got clothes.
It was 27, right? Where's 27 at?
We're looking at Fort Lauderdale. Call your counter, not Fort Myers.
Oh, that was Fort Lauderdale?
Yeah,
that was
across
on the
state,
East
yeah, right
Coast?
there.
Jeez,
Yeah, this
dude.
is widespreading down. Yep.
That's crazy. 27, so it's out here somewhere.
Yeah. Stormwater treatment. They were talking about the water. Please.
This is wild.
Looks like an uninhabited area.
Well, there's just a giant tornado. That was actually crazy. Another funnel trying to drop live. How do I get to traffic cameras? Here we go. This one? This looks like a good one, huh? Whew. I can't believe that guy caught that tornado like that on live stream. That was absolutely mind-blowing. I've never seen anything like that. Mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. Fast rewind 5 minutes if you guys haven't seen that. Cat Toll Plaza Cam? Where is that? What's the best tornado watch radar? I know that AccuWeather does tornado watches and warnings. You were looking at it. Yeah, I got this one pulled up. 27. Radar scope. I'm not really a tornado chaser. I have to download this though, don't I? Radar Omega, Radar Omega. Okay, guys, relax. I'll download it. Wow, that was so crazy. You don't see that every day. You don't see a giant tornado on live stream every day. Let me download Radar Omega. Please just get GTFO when you should. Don't worry, man. I'm safe. Cone updates. All right, we'll go back to the cone updates. (8 a.m. showing south landfall of Tampa Bay, Pinellas County. If you guys see anything else crazy in there, let me know. That thing wasn't even that big. That tornado was insane. What are you talking about? That was absolutely nuts. In case you guys missed it, this just happened on another Forecaster's live stream. Watch it again. This is absolutely insane. I've never seen anything like it in my life. Massive tornado ripping across like South Florida, Southeast Florida. Just cross the highway. Praying we don't already have casualties. New tornado warning on the same live too. Let me go back to the camera then. What is his radar that he's using for? Is this the one you guys are all talking about? Showing
Let's go
more
check
tornado
back in
warnings.
here to see if we can't get some views of this storm. Yeah, okay. So this one's still got a wall cloud on it. Still got a wall cloud, no tornado. I want to see if I can get a view of that new storm that's about to cross over.
Look at this.
That is bad. That just passed right over the highway, which is the worst case scenario. You know, it's going to look at that. Are you kidding me? This traffic camera person is a storm chaser. What the heck? Look at that. This is the craziest traffic camera footage I have ever seen.
Look,
this is the craziest traffic cam footage I have ever
craziest traffic cam footage he's ever seen. It seems like that's all this dude does. Like, he knows his traffic cameras really well. Unbelievable.
Yeah, that's a pretty strong tornado. Tracked over straight back.
Unbelievable.
Not. This is bad. Oh no. Oh no. It's crossing over the highway. Holy crap.
Oh, it's Omega Radar. Alright, I'm gonna get Omega Radar, guys. Alright, I'll get it. Everybody's been telling me I have to have a premium.
Bad, folks. Oh, I hope the folks see
I have to have a premium subscription to use it. So I'm gonna get a premium subscription. I need to log in. I have to use iOS. I have to use my phone to get it to work on my computer, guys. So let me do that really quick. Give me a second. Oh, wow. Absolutely maddening stuff. $8.99. Ah, makes sense. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get a new radar app that everyone's been yelling at me to get for all of time. Hope I got the right one. Seems to be two of them. Yeah, there's more tornado warnings. All right, while I'm downloading this app, we'll go back to that dude's live stream. He's been doing really good at
Wi-Fi.
watching for tornadoes. So we're gonna watch him for a second until I get the app pulled up. Pretty wild. That was one of the craziest things I've ever seen. I couldn't even believe it. Let's go to a live radar, maybe. They are flying out into the storm, and we're going to go to the satellite, or the aircraft here in a second. Looking to see if an eye wall pops back out. Super, super important right now. Very important. Go to Max's live. Why? What's Max doing? Yo, if you spam, you gonna get put in timeout. Yeah, big eye walls. We're all aware of how big these eye walls are. Bro. Alright, I'm making an account. This is a learning process for all of us. We're all just trying to learn. I got a subscription. Dude, this thing is cooked. Alright, let's get back to it. Alright, let's get an update for you guys. Here we go. This is the Euro track moving towards the Tampa Bay area. Stressing me out. Getting too close to Tampa. Why is the Euro going that close? That's showing 7 a.m. tomorrow. GFS is a bit quicker, showing 1 a.m. I don't think it's going to take that long to move across the state of Florida. I think it's going to rip across the state relatively quickly. That's just my guess. That's my prediction. Thanks for the updates. Be safe. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being informed with us. The National Hurricane Center's last warning cone, I believe, was at 8 a.m. Still showing dangerously close. Thank you so much for the 20. Arnold, you're a legend. Why do you predict that? Why do I predict what? We're just trying to watch closely. Stare at satellite images. It's daytime now, so we should be able to get good satellite images of this thing. I was going to strap a paddleboard to the roof of my car and the Megalodon, world's biggest skimboard, and then just drive up the bridge full speed and fly to the East Coast in my car. Watching this while on Zoom school. God, I can't believe they're making people be in school. You're probably not in Florida, though. So. This is weird. I don't like this at all. This little nudge. But if it doesn't follow this and it just keeps barreling this way, we could see a north of Cape Coral landfall. We could see this thing going. It looks to me to be going a lot further south. I don't think it's going to make landfall there. I think it's going to make landfall somewhere over here. The eye, at least. Do it in a shopping cart? I could do that too. Have you seen the NASA footage? $18 hours ago. I don't know how to use NASA's website.
You're closer?
I think it's going to go south.
Farther, closer.
I think it's going to keep going south. That wobble is going to be really important. We were just looking at it on Zoom Earth. They're saying there's going to be a track north and then a push.
We're at
We will see.
36. I gave myself to 11.
Where even am I right now? This is so weird looking.
Oh, it's dark now.
Why?
Oh, we're late.
I was like, no wonder I couldn't find it. It's black. It's in the darkness. That's all we got.
New satellite. That's about all. Newest satellite. That'd be nice. Give us a better location.
Nothing yet. We're waiting for more NASA images to come out this morning.
11 a.m. update.
We're all getting rainfall right now. I'll go back to Clystron 9 and pull that up. If you guys see any more tornadoes popping up, let me know. That was one of the craziest things I've ever seen in my entire life.
Do we have Naples and Fort Myers beach cams with those storms coming in?
Yeah, I got a Naples cam pulled up at all times. It's right here.
Oh, there we go. There's that storm line.
Yeah.
You can see it. On
Oh,
the
wow,
camera.
you can. Let's pull up the
Yeah.
Naples camera right now.
There she is. There's people surfing.
People surfing. There we go. There's a big, big, big squall line. I would be getting out of the water right now if I was those guys. It's crazy how many people are out there. Like, I was told I'd be arrested if I went and tried to surf at my house, and there's 60 people in a way, way worse spot than where I'm at.
About to get.
Bring back rainbow dreads.
That line's going to increase the volatility of the atmosphere.
Yep. Donations and proceeds from these streams go to support directly to support hurricane relief. So if you, one of the 6,000 people, want to click like, help this stream go viral, really appreciate it. How long till you evacuate, Jack? Very soon. I like to leave in between big bands. So we have a big band coming through right now. I have a giant Jeep with giant tires that's very heavy. You guys don't have to worry about me. We're going to let this squall run through, get some footage of the storm. Oh, where's my hurricane box? Did you see it? You didn't see it.
I haven't watched.
Can you go grab it for me?
Where?
It's at my mom's house on the
Okay.
table. It is a plastic container with a GoPro and a power bank in it.
Can't miss it.
Can't miss it. It looks ridiculous. We spent late night last night building hurricane cameras in boxes to go strap down to a structure and leave when we evacuate. Arrested for surfing is funny. Yeah, what are they going to do? Run out there with their big boots and arrest people? I don't think so. Wow, that tornado was very, very, very impressive. Sorry for spamming. You're alright, dude. You're good. I only put people in timeout for 5 minutes, okay? I'm not mean. It's all good, man. Such a good idea. Yeah, you don't want to be driving around like, if you're like down in Venice, leave now. But if this thing is like ripping through, people are going to freak out right when the wind hits. Like, oh my gosh, we have to leave right now. And really, you should leave in between the bands. These people seem to all be staying. This will be interesting to see how this plays out. Let's go check out the aircraft. It might be close enough now.
Where's that eye?
There's no eye.
It's trying. I see a pen.
It's trying to make an eye.
Here's your thing.
Oh, look. It's not glamorous, but it should allow my GoPro to record for about 4 hours. So I'm going to go put it out there and leave it, and we'll see what happens.
Put some more tape and a leash.
Yeah, a bunch more tape. We're going to crank strap it down. Put this back here. I'm in St. Petersburg, non-evacuation zones. Good. Everyone get out of evacuation zones. If you are in an evacuation zone, don't be there. Pretty simple. That thing's getting a lot closer. Cemented to the roof. Yeah, pretty much. I'm going to do whatever I can to keep this storm box safe. I mean, I'm not going to be there, but I'm going to try to put it somewhere in a good, very good spot. Riding it out in the Florida Gulf Coast University in Fort Myers.
Boom.
Where is that? Luckily, colleges are typically built pretty strong. Because they have to be, because like there's like students and like the future generation there. That's pretty far south, and it looks to be decently inland. This is all swamp and marsh, though. I don't know, man. If you're in an evacuation zone, I wouldn't be there. That's all I really have to say about that. That's all I really have to say about that. Alright, recon. We're not getting too much data yet. We're not in the eye of the storm yet. There isn't really an eye of the storm yet, but they're heading into the storm right now with the Hurricane Hunters aircraft, so that's good. We'll just let that happen for now. I think we should be getting an 11 a.m. National Hurricane Center update, I believe. Not sure. It might just be 9 a.m. 155. I just got home from the States, was in Ohio, sending positive vibes your way. Happy to help with hurricane relief. Thank you so much for the donation. I don't know how much that is in American, but we really, really appreciate anything. Anything and everything. If there's anybody that truly wants to get money into people's hands for hurricane relief, the best way to do that is at JoogSquad.com. Go buy yourself a jar of sand, a jar of dirt from inside my dad's house. Helene put 3 feet of sand inside my dad's house. How about Hollywood, Florida? That's pretty far south. I'm in a D zone in Clearwater. I think I'll be good. You should be good. What Jeep you got? I got a 2008 Wrangler Unlimited with big-ass lifted tires. Tires and lifted. Big-ass tires and lifted. I think it's like 6 inches or something. 8 inches. Lakewood Ranch. I wouldn't want to really be in Lakewood Ranch right now. I'm very familiar with that area. Anywhere from Anna Maria to Sanibel. Especially Venice. Worst case scenario for a large portion of the southern western Gulf Coast. St. Augustine, well, the good news is the further south this goes, the less effects you'll feel up in Jacksonville, I want to say. But, I mean, look at this, dude. +20 for its seas. National Buoy Center showed 20-foot swell already. Have you seen this yet? 22 feet at 11 seconds as of right now, and it's still south of there. What type of readings are we going to get in shallow water? Can you imagine how big the waves are out here right now? 60 feet probably?
So on that ledge where it
right
rises
here.
up, yep, that's the one.
This is where we should start to see some weakening once it enters shallow Gulf waters. That's the prediction at least. Hurricane's supposed to hit tonight. Around like 2, 3 a.m. it looks like.
What's that yellow buoy in the middle of the path?
This one?
No, in the middle of the
this
path.
one.
Yeah, close. That's gonna be a good one to watch if it's off.
I don't know if that is. That's not.
No.
No. This is the only one that gives you swell besides, I think, this one.
Yeah, that northeast. Yeah. That's gonna be after this. It passes.
This doesn't give swell. This doesn't give swell. Just your atmospheric pressure and air temperature. Yeah, 22 feet at 11 seconds. That's absolutely insane.
If you look at big wave spots around the world, that's what produces the swells at Jaws and Mavericks that you see.
Yeah, 22 foot at 11 seconds.
Yep,
yeah, some of the biggest swells in the world.
20, yeah.
And we're going to see that increase dramatically. Tonight, yes, the hurricane hits tonight. If you are in an evacuation zone and you have not left yet, what are you doing? Don't know what to say. Tornado warning in Clewiston. Freiburg is the one that's been watching for the tornadoes. Yeah, it's looking like it wants to... Oh, look at that. Whoa. Is that a tornado dropping before our very eyes? Clewiston. Let's go here. Let's see if we can't get on that map. Don't we have traffic cameras pulled up? Where's the traffic cameras?
Feels like Star Wars every day.
Why aren't the traffic cameras pulling back up? They're all over the place down here. Does it need to refresh or something? What is this? So many, dude. There's so many. Why are there so many? We're just looking for a tornado now. Oof, accident.
How's the road? I-4.
Oh. No tornadoes yet. Some people don't have the means or capability to leave. A lot of people are willing to help, man. Is Naples good or should it evacuate? I'd evacuate if I was in Naples. I would not stay in Naples. That's got to be a truck stop or something. Nothing crazy yet, but we're going to keep watching the cameras. I mean, if there's tornado warnings. Maybe I can keep one of these pulled up. Why does this never work, dude? It just doesn't ever let me fucking sign in, dude. I don't understand. Been 2 to 3 confirmed tornadoes. That's pretty crazy. Alright, he's keeping an eye on it closely. We'll check back into his stream to see if he finds anything crazy. And then if he does, we'll jump into the cams and look at that. But for now, I think we should pay attention to the eye wall and where it's going. Right here, this is big. It's very big. Nam doesn't like us. We have no idea where the eye is. No, it doesn't. Everything else is going south, though. I'm still,
I think that's updated 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, it's going to hit at night for sure. Do you think I'll be safe in Sanford? Look, guys, you got to pay attention to the evacuation orders, okay? Pay attention to the peak surge maps. Pay attention to the evacuation orders. We were under 10 to 15 foot yesterday. We've moved down to 8 to 12. That is good news if you are in the area. Alright, let's get back into the windy. Nam has been pretty good with short-term forecasting. And it does not like Tampa Bay. That would be worst case scenario for Tampa Bay if that plays out.
So that's what's going on with the eye wall changing or reforming right now. We don't
Oh,
know
I
if
got
it's gonna be
premium.
North or south.
I got premium. Let me log in really quick.
Still hard to make any kind of correct direction call.
So now we have Windy Premium. It gives us ticks every hour.
Nice.
That's the difference.
We
That's
like
the
that.
main difference, is that we get every single hour's ticks and we don't have to go 3 hours at a time. I've been using Windy without premium for years without knowing that you got way more data.
Oh, that's a worst case scenario hit for this highly
Damn, that's the
densely
whoa.
populated, densely
Whoa, the Euro tricked
Traded
north.
Yeah, those are right.
GFS
Well,
still
some
showing.
of these are still like 7 hours old. They don't have new information.
All right, if you're in Pinellas County, if you're in Tampa Bay, we aren't out of the woods yet. We knew that already, but we know that. That's very clear now. Oh, big band moving through. Where are we at? Where's the Naples cam? I just need to start closing some tabs.
And you need water. Water.
Yeah, some liquid deaths would be tight.
Cool.
Keeping an eye out. Keeping an eye out. Where can we get that left side of the storm view? Thank you, sir. Big rain starting to come through. Look at that.
On the road.
If you have an evacuation order, you should evacuate. That is a guarantee.
With that latest information, nobody's out of the woods.
Yep. I wonder if that was a National Hurricane Center update.
Could have been.
Jook, is your brother good? Yeah. My brother's good. Just look up your evacuation orders,
Did
guys.
they update that?
10:52.
There we go.
Uh-oh. Scraping just south of Tampa Bay still.
That's a little.
Oh, that's old. This is old. This is not a new update. We need a new track just because National Hurricane Center updated their... They didn't update their imagery yet. This is updated. 155, 915 millibars. Let's go check out the discussion for this storm now that we have a new update. All right, we just got a new update. Oh, this is still 4 a.m. discussion. All right, so I think 11 a.m. we should get a new discussion update. We should hopefully get some new tracks and cones. This is 8 a.m. Considering how important it is that we get this information to the public, I don't think that they're going to wait. I think 11 a.m. we'll see another update. Let's go check out the aircraft flying through.
There's our update.
This is get out now. This is your last chance to evacuate before the storm. That is an emergency message coming in on my phone. I'm not staying on the beaches, guys. You can ask me as many times as you want. I'm not going to be staying out here for this one. I don't want to. I have no reason to. I'm not gonna. I don't want to total my Jeep, okay? No point for me. There's no point in me doing that. All right, so latest track shift. We got to wait for some more info. It's going to be coming in throughout the day. God, that tornado earlier was so crazy. Let's see if there's any footage of it. Unreal. Sure you AirTag that GoPro? Yeah, for sure. That's a beast, dude. And there's gonna be more. Still time to put a tall-ass snorkel on the Jeep. You know what, man? I should do that. You are right about that. Think after this I will. 145, 931 millibar. That's good, man. Yeah, my dad's staying way off the island. Alright, National Hurricane Center. 11 a.m. is going to start coming through. Let's go back to Tropical Tidbits. I think satellite imagery is pretty important right now. Visible high res. Let's start watching this closely. It does appear to be right here. That is a little bit of a north wobble. If you look, it was here and it ended up here. So that's not exactly diagonal. It is expected to take a turn towards the coast at some point, though. Lopez brothers are surfing in North Florida right now, to my knowledge. Know your zone. If it's telling you to evacuate, you should probably evacuate. Type it in. Know your zone. Type in what county you're in. Figure it out, guys. We should have a big track shift here soon. We're just waiting for the information to roll through so that they can change the models. No, I'm not staying, dude. Stop asking me if I'm staying here. I'm not staying here. A, B, and C, mandatory evacuation zones throughout all of Pinellas County. I'm waiting for a big surge map update today. Hasn't made landfall yet. I just tuned in. Not even close. I mean, it's getting close. That's where we're at right now. Let me go to Zoom Earth again so you can get a better look. That's where we're at.
And driving and evacuating.
We're all evacuating.
It's time to go, people.
Yeah, now's the time, especially with these big bands coming in that I want to show you guys again. I'm in Zone A, moving to Zone D. So these big bands are going to cause some problems across Florida. There's a tornado warning right now in Clewiston.
Be safe.
All right, buddy, you out here?
Yeah.
All right, I'll see you soon.
See you guys. Everyone get safe.
Everyone be safe. He's evacuating. He's out of here. He saw the bands. He saw the storms. He says, I don't want nothing to do that.
Yeah,
update is out. 11 a.m. update's out. That's a shift south. That's a shift south from the last one. There we go. Live update. Cone shifted a little bit south. I said it would. I said it would. Peak surge maps. 8 to 12 still in the Tampa Bay area. 10 to 15 from Anna Maria Island down to Boca Grande. Potential rainfall maps. Absolutely insane. 12 to 16 inches. Some places showing upwards of 20 plus inches. This map's going to continue to deepen the closer it gets to us. Wind arrival times 2 p.m. today. Conditions are going to start seriously deteriorating. They already are for portions of the Gulf. Naples still looks pretty nice on the live cam that we have at the bottom of the screen. 5 p.m. track. I don't even know if we're going to have time for a 5 p.m. track. Where's it going to be by 5 p.m.? 5 p.m. things are going to be getting dicey. All these models are still showing Tampa Bay. But the National Hurricane Center is showing south, so we have to listen to the National Hurricane Center. All right. Let's go to current storms. Have they updated their spaghetti models? This is the 11 a.m. I believe that their tracks change when the National Hurricane Center's tracks change. So let's go into it. Further south. Further south of Tampa Bay. This is very, very good news for Tampa Bay. Not out of the woods yet. A lot of places are still going to get surge. We're going to see some record-breaking winds, it seems like. Parts of Florida that have never seen surge like this before are expected to get more surge than they've ever seen. Now that we have a giant influx of new people, if you guys want to smash a like, these live streams support hurricane relief efforts. So if you guys want to drop a like, support this stream, help this stream go viral, get more people in here. Proceeds go towards hurricane relief. I'm not sure how many other weathermen or weather enthusiasts donate proceeds from their live streams to hurricane relief. I think that if you are making a living off of weather videos and off of documenting weather, portion of that, at least a portion of that, should go towards hurricane relief. If not all the money from donations. I can't control other people though. I can only do what I do. We can only do what we do. We do our very best. I think we do a really good job, guys. We raised over $4,000 during last night's live stream for hurricane relief. Unbelievable. This is very important. Wobble. Okay, look, they got rid of the wobble. Way further south. Like I said, I think it's going to hit somewhere down here. Northport. If you're in Northport, don't be there. If you're in Bradenton, don't be there. Cape Coral, Bonita Springs. If you think Tampa is being spared, it's not. The northwest side is the worst part of the storm. That is very, very, very true. Is it still? Local radar. It's great that we can start using local radar because then we can really start tracking the bands that are going to start smacking us. I live right here. It's pretty calm outside my house right now, but it's not going to be for long. Is it still a Category 4? Yes, it is still a Category 4, but it has weakened a little bit. Might just be a little bit, but it has weakened a little bit. All right, let's start going over all the models. We're going to watch this one more time before we go over all the models again and talk about what we can expect for all the areas. I'm going to go from all the way up north, all the way down south. I'm going to go over every single area. We're going to go over it. I'll be right back. I'm grabbing a drink. Taking a pee. All right, let's go over some predictions. David Fisher, be safe, brother. Thank you for the giant $50 donation. That's huge. We had some heavy hitters in chat last night, really making some rounds. All right, aircraft recon. Let's check this out one more time. They're not finding that serious of winds. It seems to have weakened. Hey, they just flew through it. They only found 110 knots. Only 110 knots. Wind history, this is scary. This is the scariest part. The wind field is expanding and is starting to reach parts of the Gulf Coast. tropical storm force winds are hitting Florida now. The hurricane is beginning its charge towards the Gulf Coast. Wind speed probabilities. That looks a lot different. 90 to 100% chance across a large portion of Florida of tropical storm force winds from Hurricane Milton. Warning cone. There we go. Latest track. Let's pull that up. Let's digest that for a second. Know where you are. Know your zone. The red is hurricane warnings. Tornadoes have already been an issue, as we have very clearly seen. We have a discussion update on the National Hurricane Center. We should probably check that out. That's going to be very important. I like to jump right into the update, scroll all the way down, and look at what they're predicting. Initially, it is 145 miles an hour. 12 hours from now, 125 miles per hour. 85 miles per hour inland. That's good. That's good. They're showing weakening. Okay. Milton structure has begun to change due to the onset of strong southwesterly shear. We were talking about the shear at the beginning of the stream. We were talking about how it seemed to be choking up the storm. I'm going to try to reference live earth, this right here. This shear that's blowing in and drying it out. If you can see water that close to the eye, that's a good thing. National Hurricane Center's live. We should probably go watch that stream really quick. See, look at all that dry air.
Whoa.
Look at all that dry air.
Whoa.
That's so good. All this dry air getting in here. It's really making this thing take a hit. Let's go to YouTube and see if the National Hurricane Center is live here. Boom. All right. This is good. Let's check it out.
All the way to Flamingo. If you were in those storm surge evacuation zones in that region, please escape now while you still can. If you've been asked to leave, you have just a little bit of time left before the water starts to rise later today. I do want to note that also on the east coast of Florida, from Sebastian Inlet and then all the way up to Altamaha Sound in southern Georgia, we have a storm surge warning in effect as well, including portions of the St.
I'm going to
Johns
mute my
River.
camera or my
Storm surge
mic so that we don't have any
inundation
feedback
there,
really
as much as 3
quick.
to 5 feet above ground level for when Milton exits the east coast of Florida tomorrow. So let's talk about why you want to get out of those storm surge evacuation zones. What are you going to see when that devastating push of water comes in off the Gulf onto the west coast of Florida? You're going to see large areas with deep water due to storm surge flooding. Again, 10 to 15 feet above ground level in some places. Structural damage to buildings. Some buildings being washed away by damaging wave action. Locations may be uninhabitable for an extended period. You do not want to be in those locations after the storm. Roads will be washed out or flooded, escape routes may be cut off, and there will be major damage to coastal infrastructure in those areas. Now let's move on to the wind threat. Again, Milton right now, a Category 4 hurricane, still expected to be a major hurricane. I just got to say, that's one of the largest wind threats I've ever seen. Florida late this evening or overnight tonight, and maintain hurricane status.
Not one of, that is the largest wind threat I've ever seen for hurricane force winds. And out into the western Atlantic during the day on Thursday. Everywhere you see in red here is under a hurricane warning, and that includes places like Fort Myers up through Port Charlotte, Tampa, St. Petersburg, all the way up to Ocala, Orlando, Melbourne, to St. Augustine. So much of the central portion of the Florida Peninsula, both coasts, expecting hurricane conditions, and particularly within that landfall area. Okay, what's crazy is, like, you guys saw that warning, right? We just had a gnarly tornado over here, all the way over here. Large trees will be so just take that into consideration. Every time you're anywhere near the wind field of a hurricane, even if you're not that close to it, we just saw a very gnarly tornado. So take that with a grain of salt, okay? Wind damage in this area as well. Now let's move on to the flooding threat, which is substantial as well from rainfall now along and north of the track of Milton Center, which now appears to be focused on that I-4 corridor from Tampa to Orlando to Daytona Beach, expecting 6 to 12 inches of rain, isolated rainfall amounts as high as 18 inches, and that's going to lead to rain. The types of impacts we see are flooding. Oh, sorry. Further. All right. So there was a tornado here, right? Yeah, I was muted. way outside the cone of, way outside the wind field. I got it, guys. Sorry, I'm new to live streaming. You guys are gonna give me a break. So that rainfall map showed all the rainfall being north of Tampa Bay. South of the eye is gonna get all the wind. North of the eye is gonna get all the rain because the strong side of the storm is gonna be the east or the west side of the storm. So as the storm approaches and makes landfall, obviously tons of flooding, tons of wind down here, but the most of the rain is going to be hanging out up here. And is going to go up to the north side of Florida.
So if you are in these areas, you want to make sure you have multiple ways to get weather alerts, flash flood warnings, tornado warnings. Make sure you have wireless emergency alerts turned on your smartphone, have a battery-powered NOAA weather radio so that you will be alerted.
I repeated everything that I said when I was muted, so you're good.
Dangerous conditions in your area. So again, let's wrap up with the final points here on Hurricane Milton. We're expecting a large area of destructive storm surge exceeding 10 feet above ground level in some places along portions of the west central coast of the Florida Peninsula. If you're in that storm surge warning area, it's a life-threatening situation.
Great, he's reading it for me. I hate reading these.
You still have a little bit of time to get out and save your life. Devastating hurricane-force winds are expected along portions of the west coast of Florida and then across the Florida Peninsula along and near the track of Milton's center. Again, life-threatening hurricane-force winds, especially in gusts in places like Orlando, all the way over to the east coast of Florida. Preparations to protect life and property should be rushed to completion. And then finally, we have that heavy rainfall risk with the potential for life-threatening and catastrophic flash and urban flooding across portions of central Florida with a risk of long-term major river flooding as well. So please stay with us here at the National Hurricane Center at hurricanes.gov for more on Milton throughout the rest of the day. And tonight, you can get more information on your local impacts at your local National Weather Service office at weather.gov. Thanks for joining us. I'm Mike Brennan at the National Hurricane Center.
That was cheerful, wasn't it?
Yeah, I feel happy. Not.
Boom.
Okay.
Large tick south.
And
Compared to having the M over Tampa Bay, we are now right on the edge of the outside of the cone. Models are starting to agree. Southern landfall. The last aircraft that flew right through the middle found 932 and only one tick for 113 to 137 mile an hour winds. 110 knots right here is the highest that it got, which is good. It's very, very good.
everything's spinning counterclockwise.
Counterclockwise, pull up onto the shore, dude. It's kind of what it does. It's what happens. Alright, intensity models. We're not expecting to see another Category 5 hurricane, which is good. South, south, south. All the models are moving south. We're not out of the woods yet, of course. Not out of the woods until that eye makes landfall in terms of predicting storm surge across the Gulf. But only one model is now showing it re-strengthening at all from this point on. Everything else is showing it actually rapidly decreasing from a Cat 4, Cat 3. 24 hours out, most of the models have it at Category 1. That is the good news. Bad news is it too late? Have the waves already gotten too big? 31-foot seas at 10 seconds. Let's go back to the National Buoy Center. Because the National Buoy Center is going to, every single time we click on this, is going to show larger and larger waves. 25 feet at 13 seconds.
Moving on up.
Historic. Historic swell. What time is landfall expected currently? 11 a.m. Wednesday. That's 8 a.m. Thursday. I hate that the National Hurricane Center doesn't always say. Wind arrival time, 2 p.m. That's soon. We'll go back to windy. I mean, it's looking like 2 to 3 a.m. Windy, the Euro on windy says bad news. The GFS says bad news. These models are taking it further north than the National Hurricane Center, but we have to abide by the National Hurricane Center, guys. To the 7,000 of you who have joined the stream, we really appreciate you guys. Proceeds from these streams go towards hurricane relief, so if you want to drop a like, really appreciate it. Help this stream go viral. Destroy the like button. We do not have much time to tell people to get the hell out of here. It is time. If you are on the Barrier Islands, anywhere between Naples and Clearwater Beach, get off the beach. Just get off the beach. Don't be on the beach. Why would you be on the beach if you're down south? If you're south of the eye wall of this storm, you have a death wish. I'm not as dramatic as other people that I've seen, but there's going to be parts of South Florida that are truly never going to be able to recover. It's going to be a completely different place after this thing hits.
Buried.
Still barely swell in Naples, which is strange.
The storm's moving the same speed as the swell.
Oh, yeah, so the swell's just going to show up.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of people surfing in Naples. It's kind of mind-blowing that there's so many people out there.
They must have a good exit plan.
Yeah. So as you can see, the swell's not really reaching the Tampa Bay area. Once these swells start to push in, looking like peak storm surge is going to be around midnight for portions of the Gulf Coast.
That's high tide also.
Yeah, it's also high tide. If we look, oh, you're right.
Yeah, it's a new moon, high tide. This is a worst case scenario in the dark.
Bad tides.
This is why it
not the
makes it worse.
worst tides ever, but it's just about as bad as it could be.
Yeah, those are almost as high.
Almost as bad. I'd say we've reached 90%
So what that does is 5 extra feet of water on top of the surge. If it comes at dead low tide, we have 5 less feet of water. Now,
Yep.
And that's just in some locations.
Also, a story from Irma, if I can find this footage really quick. It's supposed to be the highest tide we've ever seen. Supermoon high tide during Irma. And it was the lowest tide I've ever seen in my entire life.
North suck. Every winter cold front, we get that north suck out. Dries us out.
This aftermath.
Okay, so I've been up since.
Tired that night.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god, it's gonna be. Where is it?
Hurricane Irma, the most powerful Atlantic hurricane in recorded history.
Activating the
Alright. Oh man, we're live. This was not it.
This is, to me, and I hope I'm wrong, but this is going to be the storm of everybody's lifetime that lives up here in the west coast of Florida. This is no joke. I mean,
Deja vu.
Yep. I don't know where that footage went.
See,
Irma's
It's
actually
somewhere. It exists somewhere. Of the lowest tide I've ever seen. We literally ran across the floor of the ocean at Johns Pass for half a mile out. Squall line starting to come into Naples. That does not look fun. I would not want to be in the water if I was in Naples right now. Let me pull this up for you guys. Three tornado warnings across the state right now. We're a little worried about tornadoes. There we go, Naples. Giant band of rain coming through. People paddling out right now. Wildness. Are you going to live stream from the bunker? I do plan on it. At least the armpit's getting a break? Yeah. The Big Bend is spared this time. Zone A here, get out of there. Leave. Don't stay in Zone A. I'm just super curious what this is going to look like in about 7 hours. Very, very, very curious to what this is going to look like later this afternoon. $8 p.m. Big swells pushing in. Like I said, overnight, it's looking like... When's the peak of swell? Looking like about 1 a.m. is when we're going to have the peak storm surge. That's what I'd want to assume. Let's go back to the wind and see if it lines up. Yeah. I mean, maybe like 3 a.m. actually. Yeah. This is bad, though. This can't happen. I don't know why the Euro is showing so far north. The Euro's been wrong all season, though, so we're going to ignore it for now. Absolutely nuts hurricane. Let's go back to the satellite. Satellite images are going to be really, really big today. Live stream and watch live cams. That's what we're going to do tonight, probably, yeah. I got fuel. Yeah, if you can't get fuel, you should start walking / hitchhiking ASAP. Alright, the eye disappeared, closed up. We don't have an eye wall right now, which is very good for this storm. It's sucking in a lot of dry air as well. That's the last image that we got. This is dry air, all coming into the storm. Whether it's going to matter is going to be the question. 125 mile an hour, major category 3 hurricane right off the coast. I am being advised to evacuate zones A, B, and C. I think most counties are actually saying to evacuate zone A, B, and C as well. Shay got really scared. 50-year pro surfer here. Almost ran out of my house before the last model update. Actually did.
He caught me.
It shifted south. He's going to hang around for a bit longer. But this is like a veteran. This is a guy that surfed 50-foot waves.
Well, it's gone from
You understand the difference between like a fun time and like, I don't want to die. I don't want to have to fight for my life.
And that's very important. The waters here are going to do stuff that we've never seen on the west coast of Florida. The people here have never seen.
Yep.
So just know that. And
We're already witnessing historic swells. We're going to check the buoy again in a second, too.
And where I go to surf really big waves, they have coastlines that are adapted to that, evolved to. And
Yes, the
this
East
area
Coast is
not.
used to big swell. The beaches are much steeper. All the houses are built higher up. We are the flat side of Florida here. Dead flat. Somebody's asking what website this is. This is zoom.earth. I use the National Hurricane Center's website. I use National Hurricane Center is the one we all have to abide by. We all have to listen to. These are what all the models are based off of. So National Hurricane Center, nhc.noaa.gov. Zoom.earth is a good way to get a view of the storm.
I can't look away from the
That
satellite.
is unbelievable.
How the shadowing from
The
sun.
shadowing is so
high.
cool.
Those clouds are
So
very
high, 60,000 feet high. 40 to 60,000 feet high. So Zoom Earth, windy.com is a good one. National Hurricane Center is a good one. Windy's good. You can click on the Euro, the GAFS, HRRR, the NAM, the icon. You can get all these different models. It'll play them out. You can get wind. You can get clouds, waves, temperatures, rain and thunder.
satellite.
Whoa. And sometimes Windy stops working. I bet a lot of people are using it right now. All these apps are blowing up.
Trends up.
Shout out to the 7,300 of you that are here. If you guys want to drop a like and help these streams spread around, we are in a very crucial time for this storm. Very crucial. There was a massive tornado in South Florida today, Trin. It was insane. There's going to be more, especially All right, we're going to check out the buoys. We're also going to check out the local radar. I'm just instinctively typing in National Hurricane Center at this point. All right, local radar. We're getting some bands. We're getting a big band in Pinellas County. Sarasota, Longport, Key, Osprey, Venice, Inglewood. All getting smoked by some bands right now.
It's getting bigger in Naples.
Yeah, waves are getting bigger. We got that live camera of that pier that you guys can see. That's the Naples camera. We're expecting the conditions to start to deteriorate there very quickly. Fort Myers is getting a big band. Here we go. We're starting to see where the eye would be via local radar. This is a very crucial time for the whole Florida area. Bay News 9's Claystron 9 radar right here. That's where it's at. That's where it's stationed at. Is a very, very powerful local radar, and is the radar that we should be using if you're getting affected by these bands, because it's giving you real-time live data. You can see where the bands are. Tornado warnings will be issued. If you have phone service, you should get an alert if you are in an area that has a tornado warning. If there's a tornado warning and you start hearing debris, you start hearing your house shake, anything like that, get into the middle of your house, get into a closet, get into a bomb shelter, get into a bathroom. No windows and no doors. That's the rule for a tornado warning. If you get a tornado warning, stay away from the windows and doors. Get to the middle of your house. Get to low ground. Duck. Get blankets over you. Wrap yourself up in blankets so if your roof rips off, you don't get showered by debris. All that stuff's very important. You basically want to bury yourself in a closet under a bunch of clothes. Put all the clothes on top of you. Hold it close to you. Wrap clothes around your neck. Put a big blanket around your neck. Watch your, obviously the most key points of your body that you don't want debris to hit. Stay tight and close. Stay low to the ground. Keep your head down. Cover your head like this. And that's the best thing you can do. I mean, if you have helmets, maybe just keep it in your living room. Underneath a table is never a bad idea. I'm not a weather expert. I'm a weather enthusiast. I'm a born and raised surfer. I've lived in Florida for 30 years. I started tracking hurricanes just as a hobby. It's become more of a passion and has fueled my profession in making YouTube videos. We try to sit down and have a conversation, form an opinion, educate ourselves on what we can when it comes to positioning, when it comes to shear, when it comes to direction, when it comes to waters, temperatures, all that stuff. We try to go over all the data we possibly can and then make the right decision based on everything we learn. The right decision now is to evacuate. There are evacuation orders in place. They're driving all up and down the beach, yelling at people, telling people to evacuate on the loudspeakers. It makes it just feel that much more real. You didn't evacuate, you're cooked. I'm evacuating. Everyone's evacuating. Everyone has evacuated. The town is so quiet right now. I'm baffled that there's children, literally children, out skimboarding in Naples right now. That's kind of gnarly. I'm not sure I would let my young child skimboard out there. But, whatever. Thank you so much, SC11BFC. Stay safe. All thoughts and prayers from the UK. 30 euros? Is that the euro sign? Thank you so much. Or 50 euros, I mean. What up, dude? What? Yeah, I am live streaming right now. We are looking... Oh, I want to check the buoys again. This is going to change rapidly. I really don't want to miss the peaks of these buoys. 25 feet at 13 seconds. Buoy right off the coast. Right there. That is unlike anything I've ever seen in my life. I mean, Helene had that, but the direction was different. This is southwest. That was just straight south or south-southwest. That's 50 pounds. Way better than euros. 50 pounds. Thank you for the 50 pounds. Really appreciate that. What about Miami? Miami should be okay. The National Hurricane Center has an updated track. It was a very, very, very important update for a lot of people. 145-mile-an-hour maximum sustained winds. We don't have an eye wall, so we are expecting nothing but weakening from now until landfall. That is good news. Hurricane cones and warnings. The track has shifted south another click, showing between Naples and Pinellas County for a direct hit landfall. Anywhere south of the eye wall is going to get storm surge, the likes of which they've never seen, just because of the general direction that this storm is coming from, coming out of deep water, pushing massive swell. So we're going to look at the surge maps. They've changed a little bit too. Peak surge maps for my area were 10 to 15 feet yesterday. They've moved down to 8 to 12. This is good news for Pinellas County. This is good news for Tampa Bay. 8 to 12 and 10 to 15 are two completely different things. If the confidence continues to rise on this being south landfall, I think we're going to see a lot less storm surge than 8 to 12 feet. That's me being hopeful. You still have to abide by the National Hurricane Center and what they're saying, but if this thing does make landfall between these 2 points, I don't think we're going to see 8 to 12 feet of storm surge, which is good news for Tampa Bay. We're watching it really closely right now. The next couple hours are going to be huge because of this little wobble that we have. It started charging north according to this track and is supposed to head back east. We want it to start heading east sooner than later. This is so crucial for landfall. I'm thinking a little bit closer to Northport than this track. If I had to guess, that's just my prediction. Like I said, I'm not an expert. I'm not telling you what to do, besides that you 100% should evacuate if you're in an evacuation zone. The Keys are getting battered right now by a band. Dang. Oh! That's way worse than what we're at right now. Oh, there's people there! Look at that set! Oh my gosh! What are they doing? Are you good? Like, that lady, I'm sorry, you do not seem physically capable of surviving. What is going on? I'm sorry, dude. What? That person should not be out there. I'm sorry. That's just reckless and irresponsible. The most southern point of the continental United States is now... Oh, that was a wedge. That was crazy. Look at these waves coming in right now. In case you guys didn't know, South Point in the Keys does not typically see surge like this. I know we've seen all the videos in the past, but this is pretty intense. Look, there's people out here. Oh, they're waving at the live cam. Sheesh. Let's go get our picture, honey. People are ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Big waves in the Keys, though. This cam is in the southern Keys. I will show you. This camera's here. Whoops. Here. Right there. Right there. Are you cooking? Oh, that's insane. What are these people doing? Thank you to the 7,700 people who are here right now. Please drop a like on this stream. Help it go viral. We need to get this information out there. We don't have much time to tell people to get out. We had a big track shift south. I'm clicking thousands and thousands of buttons for you guys. I was uploading on hotspots for the span of 3 days because I had an internet outage in my area. I'm doing all this to get you guys information, to make you feel safe, to make you feel educated like you can handle any hurricane by making the right decision. So if you want to click the like button, it takes 2 seconds. Potentially, you could turn your notifications on in case we go live tonight in the middle of the storm. Milton was at its strongest off the Yucatan. Any reports on how they made out? That's a great question. I think it was far enough offshore to where they didn't really get too battered. Hurricane Milton winds aftermath in Mexico. That's pretty bad. Excuse my English. Hello, everyone. Just wanted to share some pictures my dad sent me this morning. Rain and winds of the remnants of Hurricane Milton hit the north coast of Honduras this morning around 1 a.m. local time. These pictures are from Puerto Cortez specifically. Please stay safe, everyone. That's pretty bad. That is pretty bad. I mean, doesn't look any worse than my town 10 days ago. But that's pretty bad. We now have 4 tornado warnings across the state of Florida right now. Biggest takeaways are the surge maps, of course. 10 to 15 feet Anna Maria Island down to Boca Grande. 8 to 12 feet Bonita Beach. 5 to 8 Chokolochki. I did say that right. I've been there before. It's Chokolochki. Oh, man. I don't really know what else I can say besides please be safe out there, everybody. This is just a serious, serious storm. The buoys are looking crazier and crazier. It was 25 at 6 or 25.6 last time. 25.3. Where's the high ground in Florida? There really isn't any. Know your zones. I'm going to just keep on harping the same thing. Know your zone. Go to the zone map. Check what county you're in. See if there's an evacuation order. There is a mandatory evacuation order for Bradenton and Sarasota. Zones A, B, and C. I think some D zones might even be under mandatory evacuation at this point. I'm not entirely sure. You're going to have to go check for yourself. Do not be in an A zone. If you're down south of where this thing's going to make landfall, I'm seriously, seriously concerned of anywhere south of where this storm makes landfall. I'm worried about more than that. I'm worried about the direct hit, obviously. I'm worried about some areas north. I'm worried about the fact that we had a massive tornado earlier today as well. Scary stuff. What time's it going to hit the hardest? Probably around 2 a.m. I can't advise enough for you guys to evacuate. We lost a lot of lives during Helene. Let's not do the same for Milton, simply by avoiding the low-lying areas in the flood zones. So you surfing it or what? That's the least of my worries right now. 20 feet above sea level is high ground. Yeah, in Florida, that's pretty high ground. Florida's pretty flat. I'm going 7 miles inland, and it's only like 13 feet above sea level. Tornado just touched down near Lake Okeechobee. Problem is we're going to get a lot of cloud cover now. Isn't there a map? I don't think there's any cameras over here, though. I don't know how much we're going to be able to see. The fact that one of these traffic cameras captured such a gnarly tornado earlier was mind-blowing. This will be one of the worst hurricanes that Southwest Florida's ever seen. That's all I really know. Hope people evacuate. I hope it keeps pushing a little further south to avoid some of the most densely populated counties in Florida. Like Tampa, Sarasota, Bradenton. Even like, you know, Orlando, super densely populated. So we're hoping it goes a little south of there too. This is live radar. Klystra 9, Bay News 9, they have a very powerful local radar. This is what I'll be using. Girl, don't be scared. Whatever, dude. My mom is in Jacksonville right now, evacuating from Orlando. It's probably good. Further inland you go, the better. You don't want to go too close to the coast anywhere, though. Do you have a picture of the tornado? Yeah, one second. Did you see it, Paul?
No.
There it was. There we go. Look at that. Crossed over the highway. It was actually earlier in my live stream that we saw it happen. Huge tornado too. God, I hate ads. Cone, look, Pinellas County is now outside the cone. That's good news. We might escape this one, Pinellas County. It's a possibility. I'm still scared, though. Still scared, though. So the thing is, that tornado, guys, what I wanted to show you is, look where the storm is now, right? The tornado was over here. That's crazy that a tornado that strong was that far away. Mexico got flooded, yeah, for sure. Yeah, tornado is southeast Florida. Nowhere near the coast of the Gulf. Which is kind of mind-blowing. I'll try to find another video of it. Oh my gosh, there's people out here again. Look at these. That's a child. Someone come get their child. Dude, see, this is scary because realistically a giant gust could come through and these people would be gone. Or a giant set. Giant gust, giant set, whatever. I don't even know what they're doing there. I mean, that kid's obviously, if he doesn't blow away or wash away, is going to grow up to become a legend. But what are we looking at? This is the most southern tip of Florida. This is the Keys right now. They're getting some big squall lines. Those look like children. I don't know what they're doing there. That kid is... Rule number 1. Never turn your back to the ocean. That's one of my main rules. Especially when there's swell like this. Look at that. What? Oh my gosh, that scared me. I thought that kid was going to wash away. Dude, there's cars driving by, like, wave hits, washes you off the wall, roll underneath. People are ridiculous, man. Everybody just, see, they should honestly almost not have this live camera because of how many people want to do this. Look, let's go stand in front of it. I can't support this madness. You want Mike Honcho report? I can get you a Mike Honcho report. Let's get you a Mike Honcho report. I'll be right back. Wow, we're peaking in viewership right when you guys asked for Mike Honcho a bunch. Dig. They want your forecast. What? They want your forecast. There's 8,000 people watching.
Right. I won't curse.
Go sit in my chair. I don't care if you curse. Just don't get me banned.
Good morning, Vietnam! Oh, that was when I was in Vietnam. Here we are. All I know is it's a killer storm. It's as big as the state of Florida. My house had 4 feet of sand. I lost everything. What little I had, I put up. We spent 2 weeks cleaning and dragging everything out. And now we might get 12 feet of water. So my suggestion is less is more. You don't need stuff. You only need people. So that's my forecast. My forecast is less is more.
Get out.
And if you're...
No, I'm saying like people.
If you're in an A area, don't be stupid. I watched the waves come up and destroy my house from a condo. I would not stay there now because the wind, here's how you're going to die. The wind's going to blow your frickin' windows out of your house. And then you're in 130, 140 mile an hour wind in your house. You're not going to survive. If the water comes up, you'll drown. And if you're near a tree, it's going to fall on your house and crush you. So why don't you just take a couple hours out of your day, drive east and then go south on 95, and go in the sun and have a beverage and salute that you're smart enough to get the hell out. Nice chatting.
All right, thank you, Dick Savage, for that update. That is my dad. In case you're wondering why he's here with me right now, it's because his dumbass stayed for Helene. I had to go to his house, pull him out of his house, pick up the dog, put the dog in his car, and force him to go to high ground. So, if he's with me, I can make sure that he gets to the safest place possible. Solid advice, for sure. If you're under a giant oak tree, that's a little scary. One sec, guys. People are asking me questions. I have to respond. I'm getting a lot of texts. I just charged my phone, turned it back on. I haven't looked at it in an hour. A wise man once said, rare, smart Floridian right there. Where's Turner at? Turner's good. You don't got to worry about him. All right, we're going to go through all the forecasts here in a second one more time, and then I'm probably going to be done until it's time to go live via Backpack. Remotely go live, hopefully later. Whether that'll be Turner's live stream or mine, we'll figure it out. Another thing, very important note, Windy is painting a pretty scary scenario for Pinellas County. It's not out of the question yet that this could happen at 3 a.m. However, we must abide by the National Hurricane Center's track before any other tracks. Yep, tornado warning now down by Cape Coral. There we go. This is probably a map I should have pulled up. I'm going to reconfigure really quick, guys. Live tornado warnings. There we go. We're going to keep that one right there because that seems pretty important right now. All right, we'll keep that on the side. Live tornado warnings we got pulled up. Going to go back to NHC, say everything one more time, go over everything one more time for you guys. Please drop a like on the stream. Help these streams go viral. It really helps people to stay informed. All right. Isn't there a map? I think the National Buoy Center does wind too, so let's go look at this really quick. See what kind of winds we're getting. Gusting at 33 knots, gusting at 48 knots. 36 knots, gusting to 48 knots in the Keys right now. Wave height 14 feet. 25 feet here is this wind. 35 knots gusting to 50 knots. Let's see the south end of the storm. 36 knots gusting to 50 knots. So we have 50 knot winds right here right now with 26-foot seas at 13 seconds. Some of the biggest waves that can be made in the Gulf. Expected landfall is going to be around 2 a.m. is what we're thinking right now. Somewhere around 2 a.m. Between 12 and 2, I'd say. So, nighttime hurricane, not exactly ideal. Definitely. People are ripping off my thumbnails? That's hilarious. Lieutenant Dan, yeah, we gotta hope that guy gets off his sailboat, man. That's just stupid. People are just, I don't know, man. Yes, I'm evacuating. I've evacuated. Consider me evacuated. I have all of my stuff out. I am good to go, guys. We had a big shift south for the last National Hurricane Center track, which is good news for the Pinellas County Gulf Coast region. Now, we are still on the edge of the track. We're not out of danger yet, but if this thing ticks south again, I think Pinellas County and Tampa Bay could be spared in a big way. We've already dropped from 10 to 15 feet of storm surge to 8 to 12. I do believe if this thing makes landfall between these 2 points down here, we won't see as significant of storm surges, especially northern Pinellas County. I'm hoping, at least. Hoping. Then again, northern Pinellas County is going to take a little bit more brunt from the north, but the swell is coming from the south. So if the wind is blowing from the north and the swell is coming from the south, that's not till 10 a.m. though. That's the GFS. 5 a.m., 8 a.m. Nighttime landfall. Looking like we're going to be seeing surges. Highest surges are going to be overnight, which is not good. Hopefully you guys have headlamps and flashlights. Flashlights are a really good way to get distress signals out if you get trapped somewhere. Alright, so local radar, this is good. If you are getting battered right now by this thing and you don't want to drive in treacherous winds, go to Bay News 9 Klystron 9 radar. You should have already evacuated. If you have not evacuated yet, once this big band comes through, we should have a little bit of a break. Looks like there's some dry air in here that is starting to infiltrate the outer bands of the storm. That would be a good time to leave if you are worried right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tornado warnings now across Florida. You see that map I have on the top right above me, right up there? Oh, right up there. That is a tornado warning map. So keep an eye on that for sure. That's very important. The thing is with these storms is if you're anywhere within the wind field, anywhere within the range of the bands, you can expect tornado warnings. So this is where the tornado warnings are coming from. I don't think we're getting any live views, but Cape Coral is currently under a large tornado watch and warning. These big bands, these first big bands moving through, are going to bring tornadoes. They always do. Alright, I think that's about it for now, guys. I think I'm going to call it. If you guys enjoyed the live stream, please drop a like. Support the cause. Support what we do. We raised $500 for hurricane relief during this live stream. It's greatly appreciated. I'm going to try to go live again later, so definitely turn your notifications on. Make sure to do that. I might sit down in front of my camera and film a digestible update. Just to get as much information out there for people as possible. I hope you guys are staying safe. I hope you guys are prepared. I hope you guys are informed. Keep a close eye on this thing. National Hurricane Center is going to be your go-to. Look for their updates. I'm actually going to go to Tropical Tidbits one more time and check out the aircraft recon because we haven't. Okay, I can't get off yet. We have an airplane flying straight through the center of the storm. We're going to have to wait around about 10 more minutes for that. All right, 932, the last millibar reading that has gone up significantly. That is very, very good news. As you can see here, the wind speed is starting to tick up dramatically. That means they are flying towards the eye of the storm. We're getting live data from this aircraft right now. I'm going to give it a couple more minutes to watch this thing come through. 3 more shelters opened. Breaking updates. Palm Harbor Middle School, 1800 Tampa Road. Palm Harbor Middle School, New Heights Elementary School, Fairmount Park Elementary School, St. Pete, St. Pete, Palm Harbor, and St. Pete. Pinellas County opens 3 additional shelters. If you need to shelter in place and you are worried about being in a mobile home or in an evacuation zone A or B, 3 more shelters have opened. 9:30 a.m. for residents to seek shelter from Hurricane Milton. Again, Palm Harbor Middle School, New Heights Elementary School, Fairmount Park Elementary School. 2 in St. Pete, 1 in Palm Harbor. If you need to seek shelter. For all those asking if I'm evacuating, yes. I've already taken all the precautions needed to evacuate. I'm actually probably going to jump off live anyways so that I can cover this in the next update, so I can write a script to make sure I get as much information out to people as possible for an upload. Stay safe, everybody. Turn your notifications on. I'm going to post more information. If you want to know what happens with this aircraft, you can go to tropicaltidbits.com, or you can come back when I drop an upload. instead of a live stream. I'm a little bit tired. I'd rather just do a digestible upload. Oh boy. Yeah, so that's the plan. I appreciate everybody being here. You guys are all legends. Big front coming down. Nick FSS42, thank you for the $100 to end the stream. Drop a like, turn your notifications on. I appreciate all of you guys. Stay safe, stay informed, and if you want more information, follow me on Instagram. Drop that in chat. I'm going to... @Savage is my Instagram, and if you want to donate to hurricane relief efforts, go to JoogSquad.com. Front page. There it is. Be safe, everybody. Thank you again for the $100 donation to end the stream. Love you guys. See you soon.